Hey y'all, welcome back to ARK Survival Evolved Mobile. I am Funsize, your host. So today we've got a bit of an update for y'all. A little bit has happened since I was last on here. I've lost and regained a bunch of flying tames. The Dodicarus is staying steady through it all. But I've just lost my last tame. I don't know how they keep finding them. I'm hiding them in random spots in the rocks around here, and somehow they're still getting found. So I'm just going to try for another argentavis. The other night I was really tired when I logged off, so I forgot to empty my hotbar. So those two awesome crossbows I had and the pike, those are gone. But that's alright, we'll get more, we'll get better. So right now what I'm going to do is pull together the materials I need for some toxicant arrows. Now for you PC and console players, toxicant arrows are special arrows crafted with biotoxin from the jellyfish that give extra torpor. So we're just going to get those so we can fast track our argentavis tame since we're using a primitive crossbow. So let me just grab one of these walls. We're going to head down to the coast and get ourselves some biotoxin. So it's kind of funny, that guy who we saw who warned us about his turrets up top, and he was the one who saw us building the base, well, he was raided and completely gone before the next morning. Like, there's a little shell of a base up there that was there, but he was smashed up. There's another guy up there, an actual large tribe. He's got a bunch of turrets up there and everything, so that's the guy we need to watch for and worry about. Just smashed up shack. Got a vault here. Canning in 20 days. I believe I was not aware that vaults lasted that long. And it's from someone else, so I might want to bust that open at some point. But we're almost at C4 tier. I've been saving up amber, as you can see. I just watch ads constantly for the amber. So we're going to hit that 200 as soon as we can and get ourselves a gold collar for our tame. Let's go out here and see if we can find some jellyfish. Would you believe I've never had the audio turned on when killing one of those things? So each toxicant arrow is 5 biotoxin, 2 polymer, and 1 arrow. We already have 7. So I'm just going to keep farming up this biotoxin and getting us some good arrows. Toxicants are also far more effective in PvP. Come to Papa. Pro tip for those too lazy to cook their meat: fish meat gives you a lot more food for a lot less HP reduction. There's a little group of them. What's that called again? Group of jellyfish. Is it a shoal of jellyfish? I don't think so. All the fishies like me. Not very bright. Just killed all of their comrades. There's 13 more. Getting a nice little stockpile here. So the hunt for the argentavis is still on. Highest I found is black level 19 up over that way. But I'm gonna need chitin anyway for cementing paste and for the saddle, so I might as well head in here while I'm here. Let's see what spiders I can kill. First time in, I'm not getting the artifact because I'm not really ready to get the maximum experience out of it. Gotta be careful, they did switch up the paths a little bit. So you can go this way now, but it's blocked this way. So you can get the note, but no artifact. You have to go the other way for the artifact, and it takes a jump. The reasoning was, this cave was just too easy to spam for good blueprints. So I personally don't jump, ever. Learn not to trust this game with jumps. especially with the auto jump being the way it is. I just use grapples. Some of these jumps really can come up on you quickly if you're not careful. There we go. Yeah, caution is key in this cave. It's just not worth that time you fall into the chasm and lose everything. So either come with nothing or come prepared and don't take risks. So that is 190 chitin. That's pretty darn good. I'll come back in a little bit. I think I'm going to go for that 19 argentavis. It's the best I've found so far, and I've looked all over. So here's hoping. Alright, let's see if it's still up there. And there she is. A little ways away from the other argentavis, which is a good thing for us. Let's get her out right quick. This way. Those are toxicants for you. That was what, 6 arrows out of a primitive bow. Just to give you an idea. Tell you what, that's pretty darn awesome. Alright, I'm going to shoot down the rest of these for prime, and we will let that team up. Ground out a saddle here, and it looks like the argentavis is getting there. Not using a balm, just straight prime meat. Pro tip, quick prime meat can be gotten from penguins. Young penguins. Generally. Not an every time thing, but if you have literally no gear, you can still get prime. Just a moment more, and there we go. Awesome. It's up in time for us to do another chitin run in the cave, and then head back home. I've just decided I'm not going to use balms on tames anymore. I need to save up my amber for a gold collar. That'll make everything so much easier. And it's something that can't be taken from me. Whereas these tames are definitely being taken from me. The sound gets pretty loud in these caves because the spiders mesh. Believe it or not, the spiders actually mesh, so. Alright, home again, and now we are going to grind out Transponder and some C4. Alright, I flew back to base, and I'm on the alert now, as I just heard a female voice. Someone just died. And this is generally a pretty empty area, so who knows. There's a guy up in here, or I assume a guy. There's someone up in here. They had a white painted thatch base for a while. They finally moved it up to wood. I haven't raided them yet because, well, my base is right here. The last thing I want is retaliation right now. If they think that I don't exist anymore, or I died, or I'm just not around, I can live with that. If they hit metal tier, however, yeah, they're fair game. Alright, let's toss our poly in the fabricator. Drop all those in there and drop black pearls in the fabricator. Just got those from a free gift, so. Alright, that should be all we need for now. I'll just close this up. And just for all y'all watching, I empty out that little compartment every time I log off, so if you know what server I'm on and if you know where my base is, not going to do much good to raid it. There's nothing inside. So somebody figured they would build behind this waterfall here, which would be great if ARK had just come out, but all things considered, everybody knows about it. But they built back here anyway. So I'm taking advantage of that. they got raided. They have a gate here, which means noobs aren't going to get in without a flyer. And I have a smelting station. Covered on 3 sides by the actual game textures, which means that the fire won't render in unless you're coming from the ocean. And I think even a double waterfall counts to stop that, so that's a possibility too. I need some stone, I need some flint, and I need some wood. But the hope is someone flies in here, they see the raided base. Maybe they miss the forges, maybe not. Doesn't matter all that much. In ARK, really, nothing is valuable unless you make it valuable. So if you're not too worried about losing something, then when you lose it, it's no big blow. Spread out your valuable stuff, don't keep it all in one place, and don't keep it in your base. That's a lesson I wish I had learned a long time ago. I had to get raided multiple times. After discounting the advice of someone who'd said, don't leave your stuff in your base, before I finally got it into my thick head. And he knows who he is, and if he's watching this, he's probably laughing right now. But don't store your stuff in your base. It's the first place they'll look. Alright, we've been grinding up a few materials here, and it looks like we have just enough to make our transponders. We're going to fire this up. And 3 out one of those and one of those. Plus a couple of those, and I'm going to hold off on C4 for now. The reason is I have a feeling I might be able to hit rockets before I need to make anything for explosives. And if I can, rockets are better, so. Alright, we'll turn this right back off again. Draws a lot of attention. Grab these. And go try them out. I hear a campfire going somewhere nearby, and I don't like it because it's liable to draw people to me. We'll see. Alright, let's go get our argentavis. Alright, thinking that went on the argentavis. Let's see. Awesome. So it's for sure working. Shows us exactly where the argentavis is. So that's going to help us significantly when it comes to tracking this thing in the morning every time we get online and need to find it. Sometimes it's right where I think it should be, and sometimes it's who knows where. So that is pretty darn awesome. And to crown things off, we get to toss these in our kit. If you've never used an narcotic grenade, you are missing out. Gotta be honest with you. Someone asks me what my favorite creature on the island is, it's the narcotic grenade. And I say that in jest, but honestly, I love this thing. For PvP, I mean, club and bola are awesome, just because I go melee generally, but club and bola are awesome. The narcotic grenade has so many uses. It's my go-to for everything. So, highly recommend you grab these if you can. Always remember to save a little bit of your extra charcoal on the side, just for those. Alright, so this is kind of the first step into the next gen tier. Next time we get on, hopefully I will have rockets. I'm going to have to level a bit for that for y'all. And I'll probably do that off camera. But I'll have to level a bit, get rockets, and I'm going to try to find a little base we can raid. We'll see what we can do that way. We want to get some blueprints, if possible, from the base. I know I'm going to have to run the caves eventually, but we'll see what we can get. Blue obelisk is really charted off right now, so either I raid it to get in, or I wait until people break in, or I run Yeti Cave and then fly all the way to red obelisk, which I'm not eager to do without a full speed pteranodon. But we'll see, we'll see. This is all going great. I'm aiming to be transferring server in about 4 episodes, so I want to hit some PvP action. I want to grind for some blueprints, and then I want to wipe that Nirvana tonic, get back to level 1, and then power level back up to maybe 60 or so before I transfer. So, a lot to do, not a lot of time to cover it, but we're going to fit it in there. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.